Welcome to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoy the show, which features immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Welcome to Ask the Lawyer, your premier Jamaican radio show dedicated to unraveling the complexities of the U.S. immigration system, hosted by Jamaican national, me, Ashley Dawkins, alongside esteemed New York-based immigration attorney Brian Figueroa, who brings over a quarter century of specialized experience. Together, we explore the benevolent aspects of America's immigration system. This week, we talk about how to get a green card, even if you're a diplomat. You can adjust your status too. Plus, ways you can start a business. And don't miss our exclusive interview with Andrew Clark, who discusses the potential of the off-Broadway debut of Brata Productions. The show offers invaluable advice on starting the immigration process, delivers the latest immigration news, and features engaging discussion. Tune into Ask the Lawyer for insightful guidance through the intricate world of immigration.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. New York City, city of immigrants, 2 million Caribbean people, Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yes, we are here in huge numbers. Oh, St. Lucia, yes. We are here in huge numbers. Why? Well, economic opportunities. We come here on the H-1B visas, H-2B visas, 50,000 of those visas every year, and we come here as hotel workers, workers in the entertainment industry, meaning things like Six Flags, Disney, in the low-income entertainment industry. We come here on P-visas, too, for our entertainers. A lot of them make the mistake of coming on a B1, B2 visa, visitor's visa. Well, legally, you're not allowed to perform, and some entertainers have gotten into trouble. When we come here, we have skills, carpenters, plumbers, masons, electricians, and our brothers in those fields make a lot of money. Yes, 6 figures. So those skills that you develop in the Caribbean, it could be very lucrative for you if you were in New York City, if you were in America. In California, where we have a lot of Hispanic immigrants, they have the same benefits, so to speak. Once they have these experiences in the construction industry, they prosper with their own construction businesses. Many immigrants from the Caribbean, also in New York City, own their own construction businesses, real estate businesses. They own their own homes because they love living in their own homes. And the largest industry, obviously, for Caribbean people are what? Caribbean restaurants. I've never met someone who's not Jamaican not making the best jerk chicken, please. Or those people from Trinidad and Tobago with the curry, the roti. Obviously, Guyana has a lot of East Indians like T&T, so they come here and they make their roti too. And other curry products. But that's what immigrants want to eat. They left home, but they're still home here in New York City enjoying their Caribbean cuisine. Sorry, McDonald's. Sorry, Burger King. Sorry, Wendy's. Sorry, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Can't eat your please. Yes, my name is Brian Figueroa of Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You can be in America without losing your Caribbean culture. Isn't that great? Wasn't so all the time 20, 30 years ago, but it's better now. Also, we have a lot of people of Caribbean descent in the City Council, in the State Senate, in the State Assembly, and holding jobs at very high level in government. Yes, we come here, we get an education with that great foundation that we may have gotten in the Caribbean. So, grabbing that educational opportunities that we have back home is important. What is more important is if you know you have family here and you may come to the U.S. in the future, choose a degree. Choose a profession that prepares you for the what? U.S. job market or the English job market, wherever you might migrate to. So, as I said, plumbers, electricians, people in the construction industry, those are good professions to be on top of, welders, because you could make six figures here in New York City, especially when you join the unions. The unions are very powerful in New York City, like how they are in large cities like California or Florida. So preparation is necessary. We also have our own training program. So as a law firm, we own various publications. Caribbean American Weekly, Workers' World Today, the Immigrants Journal. We are celebrating 25 years, yes. And New Black Voices. This show, obviously, is a show that is relevant to your needs. Why? And give you answers to your needs. Why? Because we understand you, because we are you. Yes, and very well educated our staff. We know that our education is important. We know that fairness is important. Many immigrants from the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America are obviously hoodwinked by the guy or lady who are practicing law without a license, or even people who do not look like you, or sometimes they look like you and they do not know the law and they're just winging it. We don't wing it at the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. We have 27 years of experience. That's more than a quarter of a century. So yes, time does make a difference. As a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association since 1997, we have all the books, the manuals, all the resources that we need and experience. If you want to come up here as an EB-5 investor, that's where you invest $500,000 or $1 million in a U.S. business, we could work with you. Yes, you could start your own business or you could be part of a larger business. And when you invest that money, the investor, the investor's spouse, and the investor's children under 21 will get a green card. Yes, you get a temporary green card for 2 years, then your permanent green card. Most of these investors have been coming from China, and we are saying to our Caribbean nationals, you millionaires, hey, this is a great opportunity. One of the reasons, as a green card holder, you qualify for financial aid, you qualify for scholarships when you go to the various universities in the United States of America. So your investment not only earns you interest or profits, that $500,000 or $1 million, but the other profits that you get, obviously, is a lower cost for your education and opportunities for grants and scholarships. Because we know that our people in the Caribbean are very smart. Yes. Again, that goes to the foundation for your education. So whether you're trying to come to the U.S. on a visitor's visa, B1, B2 visas, or an entertainer's visa, or the H-2B or the H-1Bs, or you're trying to get your student visa, you should consult with our law firm for that consultation. Yes. Preparation means that you're going to have a better chance of getting those visas. Do not apply for it. Be denied. Do not use those people on the street, little corner places that do business in Jamaica or in TNT or wherever in the Caribbean, because most times those centers are not well educated on the issues. In fact, our paralegal certificate program is offered throughout the Caribbean and all over the world. Our program started recently, and we have actually people from the Ukraine living in other countries taking our courses, yes. We have had from Russia, the Ukraine, and other Eastern European countries. Why? Because they see the value of our paralegal program. When you visit our website, the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, our landing page at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You would see a link there to our paralegal program. If you are a lawyer in the Caribbean and you want to migrate to the U.S., or you want to do business in the U.S., or you want to attend law school in the U.S. and get your proper qualifications, we suggest that our paralegal program could be very helpful for you attorneys who want to make that transition. And with the age of virtual, the skills that you have, which is legal research and writing, you could actually work as a virtual assistant to lawyers in the U.S. If you are interested in those job positions, you could also send us your resume as a qualified lawyer in the Caribbean. But as I said, our paralegal program would prepare you. So one of the programs we use is CALI, Computer Assisted Legal Instruction, where you learn everything that first year, second year, and third year law students learn in the U.S. at the various law schools. And you get it for a minimal cost. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Our website for the law firm Figueroa and Associates is www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. Shout out to my sister in Jamaica, Lisa. We love you dearly. See you soon. Peace.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figaro & Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figaro & Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figaro & Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figaro & Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figaro & Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Love is in the air. Do you know that a prenup or an irrevocable trust can say, "I love you" in a way flowers and chocolates never could? Ask the lawyer. Let the law firm of Figaro & Associates show you how. Don't hesitate. Call 855-768-8845 or visit www.askthelawyer.us to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions, we've got the answers. Schedule an appointment now at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figaro & Associates. For a consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figaro & Associates, and your presenter with this week's immigration news. The state of Texas isn't just creating chaos and cruelty at the border. It's trying to break the things that work. For decades, the Catholic nonprofit Annunciation House has worked to support migrants in El Paso, Texas. It's provided shelter, food, and services to countless people who have just arrived in the United States, many of whom have been released directly from government custody after being apprehended and processed by Customs and Border Protection, and many of whom would otherwise be sleeping on the street. But the state of Texas is trying to put a stop to all that. Last month, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton sued to strip Annunciation House of its status as a nonprofit organization. Immigration parole is a well-worn tool for U.S. presidents. It faces a big test in 2024 elections. President Biden has made more use of immigration parole than any American president to bypass an uncooperative Congress, but he's hardly the first. The presidential power has been a centerpiece of Biden's strategy to channel immigrants through new and expanded legal pathways and discourage illegal crossings, a radical difference from his rival Donald Trump. Biden granted at least 1 million temporary visits, which generally include eligibility to work. Trump has said during his campaign to return to the White House that he would end the outrageous abuse of parole. Parole, which was created under a 1952 law, allows the president to admit people only on a case-by-case basis for urgent humanitarian reasons or significant public benefit. It has been ordered 126 times by every president since then except for Trump, according to David Beer of the pro-immigration Cato Institute. Immigration is taking pressure off the job market and U.S. economy, expert says. The share of immigrants in the U.S. labor force has steadily increased for more than a decade, and that growth is poised to continue. A trend economists say benefits the American workforce and economy. In 2006, 15.3% of the civilian labor force was made up of foreign-born workers, or those born outside the U.S., according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. That share hit a record 18.6% in 2023. Mark Sandy, chief economist at Moody's Analytics, said the increase in foreign-born workers is taking pressure off the economy. In fact, it's probably one reason why the economy grew so strongly last year, he said. The growth in foreign-born workers comes amid a contentious immigration policy debate in the U.S. In New York, in historic first, construction contractor criminally charged an immigrant worker's death. The landmark indictment charges Michael Conway with a felony and 2 counts of reckless endangerment following the death of immigrant worker Joseph Vega. When 46-year-old immigrant construction worker Joseph Vega was killed on May 4, 2021, his death was another incident in the growing number of trench-related fatalities for the year. But on Monday, February 26, Vega's death made history when a Westchester County grand jury indicted his supervisor, Michael Conway, 59, who was overseeing the construction site when Vega died. Renewed scrutiny for city's deadline policy as number of immigrants in shelter declines. The number of newly arrived immigrants now in the city's care is around 64,000, down from more than 69,000 in mid-January. What City Hall has attributed in part to shelter deadlines. A bill in the City Council would end the controversial policy, which critics say has forced people into precarious situations, sleeping on the streets, on the floors of churches, and in unsafe, as evidenced by an incident recently in which the city evacuated a Queens basement storefront where an estimated 70 people had allegedly been staying. But while Mayor Eric Adams says the limited shelter stays are intended to help new arrivals take the next step in their journey, the administration also admits that it isn't tracking where people go after they leave the system. Meanwhile, Supreme Court temporarily blocks Texas law. The Supreme Court on Monday, March 4, temporarily blocked a new Texas immigration law in response to a Biden administration request. In an order issued by conservative Justice Samuel Alito, the court froze a lower court decision that would have allowed the law to go into effect Sunday. The ruling is now blocked until March 13, giving all 9 justices more time to determine what next steps to take. Alito also ordered Texas to respond to the Biden administration request by March 11. The law in question, known as SB 4, allows police to arrest migrants who illegally cross the border from Mexico and imposes criminal penalties. Additional guidance on valid passports or travel documents for fiscal year 2025 H-1B registrations. On February 2, 2024, the Department of Homeland Security published a final rule to improve the H-1B registration selection process and program integrity. This rule created a beneficiary-centric process, under which registrations will be selected by unique beneficiary rather than by individual registration. As previously announced, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services will require registrants to provide valid passport information or valid travel document information for each beneficiary. Under the final rule, a valid passport or travel document is required at the registration stage. A passport or travel document that has expired and has not been extended is not considered valid. The passport or travel document listed in the registration must correspond to the passport or travel document the beneficiary intends to use to enter the United States, if or when the beneficiary is abroad. Each beneficiary must be registered under only one passport or travel document. Finally, health care for immigrants in New York City. New York City offers options for health coverage to all New Yorkers, regardless of immigration status. For New Yorkers who cannot access traditional health insurance, New York City offers NYC Care, a health care access program that guarantees low-cost and no-cost services to New Yorkers who do not qualify for or cannot afford health insurance. The Get Covered NYC team provides multilingual, holistic support to ensure everyone can access the health resources to which they are entitled. Thank you.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
You are listening to Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers. Schedule an appointment now at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us.
Green cards for foreign diplomats and employees of international organizations. Despite restrictions, representatives of other governments who've been posted in the U.S. may have opportunities to apply for lawful permanent residence. Foreign officials and employees of embassies or consulates in the U.S., A visa holders, and foreign officials and employees of international organizations in the U.S., G visa holders, sometimes find themselves assigned to the U.S. with their families for many years. As a result, they might develop ties to the country and wonder whether they could qualify for a green card despite their diplomatic status. The U.S. government does not usually accept its nationals or permanent residents as diplomatic agents for other governments. Certain A and G visa holders may qualify for a green card under both ordinary and special immigrant categories if they give up their diplomatic rights, privileges, and immunities. Waiver of rights always required before diplomats receive U.S. green card. A and G visa holders may be eligible for a green card in any immigrant visa category available to other foreign citizens, but only if they waive their diplomatic rights, privileges, and immunities. For example, if you are an employee on the administrative staff of a foreign embassy in the U.S., you probably enjoy some immunity from criminal prosecution. However, if you would like to apply for a green card based on your marriage to a U.S. citizen, you may do so only if you agree to give up your immunity and accept liability for U.S. taxes. You are not required to abandon your position with the foreign mission. To waive your diplomatic rights, privileges, and immunities, you would file a Form I-508, Waiver of Rights, Privileges, Exemptions, and Immunities, with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, at the same time as you apply for your green card. The rest of your green card application package should include, in addition to your immigrant petition, visa, or adjustment of status application and supporting documents, a Form I-566 Interagency Record of Requests. Special Green Card for Foreign Diplomats, Section 13. Foreign government representatives whose duties could be described as diplomatic or semi-diplomatic in nature, whether they were granted an A1 or A2 visa and assigned to an embassy or consulate, or were granted a G1 or G2 visa and assigned to an international organization, may also qualify for a special type of green card, Section 13, if they failed to maintain their diplomatic status or unable to return to their home country due to compelling reasons or otherwise admissible to the U.S. and can demonstrate good moral character. Family members of such persons may also qualify for their benefit as dependents. For example, a foreign ambassador could have a credible fear of returning to their home country after a coup or civil war. The Section 13 option would allow the diplomat to obtain a green card without going through the laborious process of requesting asylum. They would not even need to file an immigrant petition, the usual first step in applying for most types of green cards. Instead, they would file an I-485 adjustment of status form and other forms required in this category. By contrast, a foreign embassy employee with no formal decision-making role or a foreign official with less compelling reasons not to return home would be unlikely to be permitted this benefit. Even for qualifying officials, Section 13 green cards remain extremely rare, a maximum of 50 per year. They may be granted only if it is in the national interest of the United States. Special green card for international organization employees. Retired officers and employees of international organizations such as the United Nations and the World Bank are eligible for a special type of green card. If they lived in the U.S. on a G4 or a NATO 6 visa for at least 15 years combined before their retirement, including for at least half of the last 7 years before applying for a green card. This application must be filed on Form I-360. Petition for Amerasian, widow, widower, or special immigrant no later than 6 months after the officer or employee's retirement. The spouse of such international organizations, retirees, and the spouses of deceased former international organization officers or employees may also independently qualify for a green card. In the latter case, the application must be filed no later than 6 months after the death of the former officer or employee. Lastly, the unmarried sons and daughters of current or former international organization officers or employees are independently eligible for a green card. If they live in the U.S. on a G4 or NATO 6 visa for at least 7 years combined between ages 5 and 21 for at least half of the 7 years before their application for the green card. The application must be filed before they turn 25. Special green card for children of foreign diplomats. Children born in the U.S. to accredited foreign diplomatic officers do not acquire U.S. citizenship at birth. Still, these children can get a green card under a special regulation, 8 CFR Section 101.3. This process does not require an immigrant visa petition, but instead the I-485 adjustment of status application must be filed along with an I-508 and I-566 as discussed above. Various types of supporting evidence must accompany the application. Many people working in foreign embassies in the U.S. are not accredited foreign diplomatic officers on what the Department of State calls the Blue List. Blue List cases, children of foreign diplomats, U.S. Department of State Foreign Affairs, Manual 7 FAM 1111D. So before you or your child file a green card application through this process, be sure to verify that the parent was definitely on this list. If the parent was not on this list, then the child is already a U.S. citizen.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, ask the lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Are you interested in investing in real property, a home, or investment property in New York or other states? Then Equity Smart Realty Inc. can work with you. From potential returns to portfolio diversification, buying international property comes with its perks, but it's also a complex process, and there are tax matters to consider. Equity Smart Realty Inc. can help you purchase real estate in New York. We have the knowledge you need to simplify the process. Ready to discuss your options? Schedule a consultation on this matter, or start a business, or a branch of your business at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us, or call 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845.
Love is in the air. Do you know that a prenup or an irrevocable trust can say, I love you in a way flowers and chocolates never could? Ask the lawyer. Let the law firm of Fig, Rowe and Associates show you how. Don't hesitate. Call 855-768-8845 or visit www.askthelawyer.us to schedule an appointment today.
Are you looking for a side hustle as an independent contractor? Are you looking to make extra cash and business opportunities? We have opportunities for graduates from our online Chambers Paralegal program to work with lawyers and other legal professionals in New York State or persons with similar qualifications. We also have opportunities for other chamber businesses in graphic arts and design, creating and updating websites in WordPress, the most popular platform, and other platforms, social media experts in the various platforms, and database experts. There is also a high demand for voiceovers, audio, and video podcast editing in the marketing field, journalists, and other professionals in the services industry who can work in the virtual world for U.S. businesses. Send your resume and a cover letter explaining why you or your business is the right fit for these partnerships to info@myiqinc.com. That's info@myiqinc.com.
Welcome back. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions, we've got the answers. Schedule an appointment now at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Oh, the boogeyman is here. Wall Street is adjusting their pension plans, the 401k plans, in a way, by law, that you could have annuities. What does that mean? Let's say you get a return on your investment of 6% on your annuity. Instead of you taking out this big lump sum on your 401k plan, like, traditionally most Americans do, why not get guaranteed income in annuity? Obviously, you're being more conservative, so your return on investment is going to be lower. Is that good? Well, with the war in Ukraine, with all those billionaires committing crimes, going to prison, millionaires, multimillionaires committing crimes, going to prison. And when I say going to prison, I'm talking about very few. The little few examples that we get when filthy rich people don't pay for their crimes against us, the people, the ones working hard. And some people think, small businesses is like a big business, and obviously that's not. Small businesses is like a glorified worker making a little more money and sacrificing in terms of their time to make a higher income. But America has evolved with corporate franchises and billionaires, multi-billionaires, multi-millionaires. They go to China, they go to India, they go to anywhere that they could get cheap labor, and they don't want to pay American workers a fair wage. That's why in the Trans-Pacific Plan that President Barack Obama was pushing, economic plan more for the Pacific countries on the Pacific side, not the Atlantic side of the ocean, Pacific Ocean, there were clauses in the agreements that, basically workers have to be protected. And when you have a treaty, America, with other countries, especially on trade, you want to know that that treaty country, they make higher wages also. So obviously what these billionaires do, billionaires created by, China, Elon Musk. He wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for China. Apple wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for China. And you could go in on and on and on. So basically, countries like France and other countries want to, increase the age for retirement because we work like dogs, but we still need to work like bigger dogs because we have to pay for everything. So no wonder these billionaires want to build a spaceship that could go to Mars or the moon and build a colony there so that if the Earth is destroyed by their pollution, i.e. climate changes, they hope they could stay there a decade or two and come back to Earth and enslave us again. Or maybe they would have had a proxy here on Earth when they're on the moon, making sure that we work very hard. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. And as immigrants come here to the U.S. from the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America, you have to understand, that having a business is a good idea. Our small business solutions designed with our chambers, the New American, the African American, and the Hispanic American is designed to empower entrepreneurs from other countries and those in the United States of America. We need to work together. The Germans have had their chamber in this country for a very long time, hundreds of years, 100 years. The French, the Swedes, whatever. But the South African American chamber, no. How about the Ghana chamber? No. How about the Caribbean chambers? No. We are now like little infants blossoming. And what our Caribbean countries need to do, whether it be Jamaica, TNT, Barbados, you need to work with these chambers in New York City, in America, that call themselves by these Caribbean names because business-to-business matchmaking with businesses in the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America, with your own sister or child chambers in the U.S. is a great idea. And with the advent of, one of the issues with COVID was virtual workers. Imagine virtual workers in the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America working with those businesses in America founded by Caribbean, Hispanic, African nationals. Hey, we have the resources. Africa is full of raw materials, gold, silver, diamond, all the various minerals. It is time that when we get together, it's good to have a nice little reggae party, a little soca party, a little whatever, a little rap and R&B, whatever. But the entertainment industry, while it has served us well, but not served us well enough, we need to articulate the other skills that we have intellectually and industrially. All the carpenters, plumbers, and what have you, skilled workers in the Caribbean, they're still there and they could make a lot of money in America. Or when you're here, what about putting your resources together? We met with a representative of the Department of Transportation recently. They said to us, look, we need Caribbean businesses, construction businesses to work with us. We have contracts. There are RFPs, requests for proposal, waiting for your proposal to do business with the Department of Transportation. There are other various businesses in New York City that obviously could work with New York City, which has $100 billion business. Yeah, $100 billion in contracts every year. So please, my brothers and sisters, if you own a business, or you want to start a business, talk to me. Give us a call about our small business solutions. We will put you on the path also for getting contracts with the city, state, or feds. It requires what we call minority certification, but that's just a process that doesn't take too long. Doesn't cost much, but could put your business in a good position. We also work with people who could give you project management for your projects, because most times that's where we have issues or bonding issues. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. So you business people in the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America, why not have a presence here? Partner with sister businesses here so that you will do like what German businesses do when they come to America. They work with the Germans, the Swedes. They come here, they work with the Swedes, the English, the Britain, They work with the Brits. And the down under, Australia, they do the same. And that's what we have to do with our African, Hispanic brothers, Caribbean brothers throughout the diaspora. So you want to make money in America? You don't even have to wait for your green card. Yes, you could start a business in America without a green card, and it is legal. Again, the number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Visit our website. Set up an appointment, a consult at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. And something exciting is happening. We're gonna be having our games tournament. You black gamers out there, we're coming for you. Because not only should you be playing the game, but you should be making money from your skills. Whether it's Fortnite, Call of Duty. I normally just play the racing games, I'm not as good as my sons. Hey, so black gamers out there, we're going to be working with you soon. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. Give us a call.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Are you interested in investing in real property, a home, or investment property in New York or other states? Then Equity Smart Realty Inc. can work with you. From potential returns to portfolio diversification, buying international property comes with its perks, but it's also a complex process, and there are tax matters to consider. Equity Smart Realty Inc. can help you purchase real estate in New York. We have the knowledge you need to simplify the process. Ready to discuss your options? Schedule a consultation on this matter, or start a business, or a branch of your business at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us, or call 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845.
You are listening to Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers. Schedule an appointment now at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. Good day and a warm welcome to everyone. Today in studio with us, we have a very special guest, Mr. Andrew Clark, who is the Executive Director of Broader Productions. How are you, Mr. Clark?
I am good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you for asking. Lovely to have you with us. So, can you tell us what inspired Brata Productions to pursue an off Broadway debut, and how does this align with your overall mission?
Oh, well, a number of things. This is our 15th anniversary as a performing arts organization. So we thought it would be a great way to celebrate that milestone. And also, um, our mission has always been to bring Caribbean culture to the mainstream, and nothing says mainstream, like off Broadway and Broadway. So this is an ambitious venture to say the least. But we thought it would be very in keeping with our mission.
I think it is very ambitious, and as a Broadway lover myself, I am very excited for this. I think it's a great medium to explore Jamaican culture with. So,
Absolutely.
could you share more about the specific objectives you hope to achieve with the crowdfunding campaign?
Our crowdfunding camp, art takes money. To make good art takes money and lots of it. And we are a nonprofit as a black and brown organization. We're often under resourced in comparison to our white counterparts and larger nonprofits. And so this is just a bid to get community to help us raise the necessary funds to that will take us to this next step.
So, how does Brata Productions plan to blend traditional Caribbean elements with innovative storytelling techniques in your off Broadway production?
It's intrinsic in everything that we do. It comes out through choreography. It comes out in the arrangements. So we're honoring the core folk traditions that our ensemble has been built on. So the group's current name, which is going to be, tweaked a little bit for the off Broadway run. But we started as the Brata Folk Singers, and so all our songs were initially Jamaican folk, and then that broadened to Caribbean folk. And now we've included some inspirational songs as well as what we call Caribbean classics, anything from old school reggae, a bit of soca and calypso. So we're always going to be going back to home, which is the folk traditions, and then of course, nicing it up, sprucing it up a little bit, and making it young and fresh, so to speak, and more contemporary.
So, you mentioned folk traditions. What themes or stories from the Caribbean culture are you planning to highlight in this production?
For this particular production, we're not exploring particular theme. As I mentioned, the show is related to folk traditions. The show is a mixture of inspirational songs / gospel songs, some reggae classics, and folk songs. What is different or specific about this show? It's really about highlighting perseverance and resilience, and that speaks to the resilience of a small ensemble surviving for 15 years. I think we're probably one of the only ensembles of our kind in New York, and I dare I say across the northeastern seaboard. But also this year there are a number of islands celebrating milestones. So St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, Grenada is celebrating 50 years of independence, and Haiti is celebrating 220 years. So we will take a moment through these songs, these Caribbean classics and our folk songs, to ensure that we are paying homage to each of these islands.
What impact do you hope this off Broadway production will have on audiences and the broader cultural understanding of Caribbean heritage?
We hope that it will bring a greater appreciation and respect for our art form. In the 15 years that we've been doing this work, and certainly before this, I can think of Dr. the Honorable Louise Bennett Coverley, how she really was a champion for acceptance of our folk culture, and specifically the Jamaican language. We oftentimes call it, patois or Jamaican Creole. Not much has changed in some circles, some 20-something odd years later. And so we're hoping that bringing this work in an off-Broadway space will garner the respect for those that have yet to cross the other side, so to speak, and really give our music and our culture the respect that it's due.
How does Brata Productions plan to continue its mission and expand its reach following the off-Broadway debut?
We stay the course. We live and breathe this work, so it doesn't end at the off-Broadway production. We're a multidisciplinary presenting and performing arts organization. We just finished a performance at Rochdale for about 200 seniors, a 2-hour-long show. So this is the work that we do 24/7, 365. We produce theater. We have the folk singing ensemble. We have after-school programs, senior center programs, suite of family festivals, Banker Culture Festival, Caribite, and Christmas Grand Market. So the work continues beyond the off-Broadway production.
And in regards to support and engagement, in what ways are you encouraging the community and art enthusiasts to support and share your campaign?
It takes cash to keep culture alive is what I like to say. So we encourage those that have the means and are so inclined to make a donation. Anything, one cocoa, we say in Jamaica, full basket. Every little bit helps. If folks have the means to donate $5, $10, $20, $100, it all will make up, because this is going to be a production that's going to cost a few $100,000 to really put a good quality production together. With the caveat being that off Broadway in the truest sense is post-COVID is costing in the millions. So for us to even attempt a production for a few $100,000 is going to be a lofty feat, but we hope that the community will come behind us and donate, and then of course each one reach one, so people can just share the campaign. We have just a week left on that campaign. Obviously, we welcome donations beyond that right up until the show premieres in May. But for now, we're focused on harnessing as much support for the crowdfunding campaign on Seed and Spark.
As my grandmother would say, every make a muckle.
Yes.
So,
yeah, man.
when can people and where can people see Brata Productions off Broadway?
All being equal, and we raise this money, we hope the show will open on the 6th of May and play for a limited run of 2 weekends, a total of 14 shows. So we'll be playing from the 6th to the 19th of May, and this is going to be at 154th Christopher Street. The theater used to be called the New Ohio Theater. It's been renamed to 154th Street Theater.
Well, I'd like to tell you that I think this is truly amazing work. I love that you're bringing Brata Productions and Caribbean Heritage to Broadway. And yeah, just thank you so much for that. So Andrew Clark, Executive Director of Brata Productions, thank you so much, and we hope to have you again soon. And we really do hope that Brata Productions takes off on Off-Broadway.
All right, thank you much.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, ask the lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Thank you for listening to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoyed the show, which featured immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer, International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.